Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Portillo, and for our nursing project, I chose to talk about Florence Nightingale and the environmental theory. Florence Nightingale was born on May 12, 1820 in Italy. She was active in philanthropy, so by the age of 16, it was clear to her that nursing was her calling. In 1844, she enrolled as a nursing student in a school in Germany. She's well known for the work that she did during Crimean War, helping the soldiers and putting two and two together that the main reason that some of the soldiers were dying was not because of the wounds, but because of the conditions of the hospital. The main concept in Nightingale's theory is the role of the nurse in manipulating the environment to provide the best care for the patient. It also gives us a humanistic approach to individualized and personalized care. Theory shows the importance of providing a clean air, water, good lighting, appropriate diet, warm sunlight, and good ventilation. It also helped us. It also told us how providing a distraction for the patient away from pain and illness can be helpful for the patient. The first mirror paradigm of nursing we'll be discussing will be person. This wasn't defined by Nightingale. This was simply the recipient of the care, and they are defined in their relationship to their environment and the impact the environment has on them. Next, we move on to the environment. This was a big one in Nightingale's theory, as everything is based on how we can, as nurses, manipulate the environment. This was so big that Nightingale gave us her 13 canons to try to help us as nurses based our interventions on this. Meaning that if we follow her 13 canons of nursing, we could help the patient get better. She labeled two types of environmental components, external and internal environments. External environments will be temperature, bedding, and ventilation. Internal environments will be food, water, and medications. Health was not quite defined by Nightingale in her theory, but she believed that nature alone could cure the disease. She described health as not only to be well, but to be able to use well every power we have to use. Uh, our former paradigm will be nursing. Nightingale described nursing as a calling. Nursing was an art and a science. She believed that a nurse's main function was to manipulate the environment. She also believed that nursing was distinct and separate from medicine, and that nursing required a specific education. When we talk about two of the unique concepts about Nightingale's environmental theory, the first thing that comes to my mind is the way she defines nursing. She defines nursing as an art, and nursing's main goal here is to utilize the patient's environment to assist in his recovery. Another unique factor in her theory is that she believes that the patient, if the nurse sets the right environment, nature itself can heal the patient. So making it the nurse's main job to manipulate the patient's environment to make sure that the patient becomes as healthy as they can be. Some of Nightingale's philosophical assumptions are that nursing is a calling and an art. She basically always said that, you have to want to be a nurse. This is not a job for everyone. Nursing is distinct from medicine. Nursing requires a specific education. Once again, not everybody can be a nurse, and that's why I believe that she always stated that nursing was a calling and an art, and that people can control their outcome of their lives and therefore pursue a perfect health. Additional assumptions that can be extracted from Nightingale's work include maintaining a clean room, bedding, and clothes aids in the patient's recovery. Noise can be harmful to patients, and managing the environment improves the health of the patient. The propositions in Nightingale's theory are the first one: the nurse's role is to prevent the reparative process from being interrupted. So once again, the nurse is to arrange the environment and manipulate the environment to help the patient in nature, basically to let nature do its thing. That's basically her other proposition, that the person or the recipient of the care will cooperate with the nurse, the environment, in order for that process to get started. When it comes to the limitations in Nightingale's environmental theory, the main thing that comes to mind is that you can only manipulate the environment for so long. Providing healthy environmental conditions will help the patient, but it can only go so far when it comes to treating the disease and the illness. Her theory also says little about the application of medical technology. Now, granted, during that time, the technology was limited, but I will assume that there was some technology available. One of the most important concepts about the environmental theory that as nurses we use today is the importance of maintaining a clean environment for the patient. Nightingale stressed throughout her theory how important it was to maintain a clean environment for the patient. Clean room, clean linens. It was just all about preserving cleanliness. I think that today one of the most important factors is washing our hands. We live this since 2020 with the pandemic. We know how important it is to wash our hands to prevent cross-contamination. One of the biggest factors that I can think about when it comes to the environmental theory and how it changed education is that Nightingale, her primary focus was on the patient and the environment, with nursing interventions aiming at manipulating the environment to help the patient recover. Another of the biggest influence that we can take away from this is that she changed nursing education. We talked about how important it is to keep the patient and the environment clean. The importance of aseptic technique. I think this is something that throughout the years we will always come back to this, as this is one of the bases of nursing care. How did this theory, the environmental theory, influence nursing research? Well, one of the first things that we can go back and see in the past is how Nightingale used her knowledge, put two and two together. She saw that the environment in the hospital was dirty, it wasn't clean, and how that was contributing to the patients dying from infections, diseases, instead of their wounds. So she is one of the first nursing theorists, as she and utilize statistics to find out that the reason that soldiers were dying was because of the deplorable conditions of the hospital and not because of their wounds. So how can I use the environmental theory in my daily activities at work? I work with an orthopedic surgeon. So as a surgeon, he is very strict, as he should be when it comes to sterile technique and aseptic technique. Those are very important. Now we can see patients from the ages of 10 up to 100, and we do multiple types of procedures there. We do intra-articular injections. I have to help the PA or the MD, and you have to maintain sterile and aseptic technique. Obviously, this is very important to prevent an infection. So that's one way that I can use the environmental theory to remind me, to manipulate my environment, to make sure that I clean the room, I clean the trays, I wash my hands, to make sure that I don't cross-contaminate. We can have multiple patients throughout the clinic, in one day and doing multiple types of procedures. So I always have to make sure that I take the time to go wash my hands. Make sure that I take the time to clean the room thoroughly between procedures. Now, how can this theory help a new nurse to come into a setting like the setting that I'm working? Well, simple. I think the main thing that you can take from this theory is the importance of aseptic, sterile, and avoiding cross contamination. The nurse that coming into a clinic like mine can always use this theory to avoid cross contamination. Going from one room where you just did an intraarticular injection to another room where you might have a patient that has a septic knee. You have to make sure that you take the time to wash your hands. You take the time to clean the room. I think that is one of the biggest things that a new nurse could take from the environmental theory coming into working into a setting like the setting that I work at.